This is Top Shop Podcast.
Shop Podcast.
Top Shop Podcast.
Podcast for automotive service business owners by Paul Donahue.
All right. Hey, Top Shop Podcast listeners. We got Petros Skoumpourdis, 26 years, coming up on 30 years, 3 decades as an owner in the auto repair industry, West End Auto Works, in a huge market, Houston, Texas. I bet you've seen a little growth in Houston in the last 26 years. Is that correct?
Oh, we sure have. Yes, sir.
So tell me, how did you get here? How did you become an owner of an auto repair shop?
Well, I started working for my father-in-law at his 2-bay Texaco service station here in Houston. And I stayed there for about 4 years. Then I moved on, and Texaco jumped in and pretty much convinced my father-in-law to convert his service station to a convenience store.
Oh, it's a convenience store.
Yes, and I gave that a shot after everything was completed, but I realized that was not for me.
Okay.
So I jumped to an Exxon station, 5-bay Exxon station that was owned by a family friend, and stayed there for another 4 years. Throughout this 4-year period that I was at the Exxon, my father-in-law realized that the convenience store business was not for him either.
Okay.
So we got back together, and we bought this facility that we are now.
Okay.
Which was operating under the name of the 10-minute oil change service center in the A-Lift district in West Houston. We came in and we changed the concept a little bit. We just started marketing it as a complete auto repair facility rather than an quick oil change shop. And here we are. My father-in-law, unfortunately, ended up leaving us about 5 years after we came here, and but I've been keeping it in the families ever since.
Okay. And in the beginning, what were your bigger challenges, I guess, when you first got started? What were your biggest challenges?
I realized, thankfully, early enough in the after we took over that while I knew enough of the technical stuff, and I could talk to a customer I was confident enough to talk to a customer about repairs and explaining to them what they needed and all that. I realized that I did not know the business.
Oh, okay. Right. All right.
How to price right, how to market the business effectively, and I started seeking help towards that direction.
Okay.
I came across a company out of Glendale, California at the time. Was a consulting coaching company, Management Success.
Okay.
I don't know if they're still around or not, but I signed up for the program, and that helped a lot. And then along the way, I was able to have similar help from a couple of different companies, and I think that made a difference in the overall scheme of things.
So, how long were you in business before you ended up getting the coaching service?
Oh, barely a year.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, so early on, you got a coach right away. So yeah, that's great, because a lot of people wait. I spoke to somebody that had been in business 20 years, and he goes, "What do I need a coaching company for? I've been running a shop for 20 years." He got a coaching company, the Institute for Excellence, and doubled his revenues in the next year.
Yeah.
He said, "I didn't know what I didn't know." So now you are a great person to ask this question to. You've seen a few changes in the automotive repair industry. 26 years ago, I remember, being able to go and buy a side marker bulb for a quarter at Zehrs and installing it. And now the headlight on my car is $5,500. One,
Yep.
it's a big change. So what would you say are the biggest changes within the last 5 or 10 years that you see that is affecting the auto repair industry and how they need to do business?
Well, I will say, for sure technology has brought in a tremendous change in the industry. It's definitely making it a lot more challenging. It's making it more challenging for all parties involved, the shop and the techs, and to the customers as well through their checking account.
Okay.
Uh, like you said, simple things that they were taking for granted 15, 20 years ago, they have turned into thousands of dollars worth of repairs.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
so, technology and the uh, the electronics and smart circuits and all the systems that they have been implemented on cars right now, they definitely have made a big difference. The cost of cars, the cost of used cars and new cars also have made a difference. I think people are now more at ease on spending $2,000-3,000 to repair a car because they know that to buy something even used, they need to put out a significant amount of money, $15,000-20,000, and prone to repairing it rather than trade it in or get something else. Another thing that I have noticed is that the dealerships, the last decade or decade and a half, have started coming after the aftermarket independent shops heavily. Like when I started working at the gas stations, dealerships on Saturdays and weekends, rather, they were closed. I mean, the only thing you could do at a dealership on a weekend is buy a new car. There were no parts departments open or service departments or any of that. And now you walk in a dealership to pick up a part on a Saturday, and you see 200 people sitting in that waiting room. It's just totally different. Dealerships are advertising that they have developed, implemented rather, quick lube lanes. They go after tire sales, batteries, things that they weren't, their bread and butter before. And on the other hand, I see that the independent shop owners are going more and more towards the 5-day a week schedule. They're now, I follow some automotive groups on social media and I see a lot of shop owners now. They started working 4 days a week.
Right. Yeah.
And I really don't know how to feel about that. I mean,
Yeah.
we are at the retail side of things. We are retailers, and I don't know a lot of retail companies or a retail business that they operate 4 days a week. And even if they do, I don't know what kind of an impact will that have. I know that if I was a loyal customer to an automotive shop and I had a problem on Thursday afternoon and I'm told I'm not going to look at your car until Monday, I'm not going to feel very good about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know there is quite a few shop owners that are going to the 4-day week. And the majority of them that I have spoken to said they have not seen an impact in their business. But I can understand your point, exactly. I'm not sure I would want to wait around until Monday if I had you know, had an urgent issue. So, how many employees do you have altogether? Everybody, in the techs, CSRs, everything.
I have 6.
6. Okay. So back 26 years ago, if I'd come to you and said, "Hey, Petros, what is your What's your key to having a good culture in your shop? I think what we didn't. Now it's a buzzword, in order to keep a really good employees and techs, a good shop culture is imperative. So, do you have any tips for the younger shop owners or even the experienced shop owners on how you've been able to maintain a good culture within your shop?
Um, I don't know how to answer that question in a specific way. Uh, in my business, what I have been doing is what I do in my everyday life. Just try to be me
Right,
and not try to, not trying to show or um, something that it's not real or sincere. And then I think that by doing that, then the ball is really at the other person's court. It depends on how they're going to take it. Try to
hmm
be understanding on people's and try to be accommodating on everybody's needs. But on the other hand, you know, there is you got to have some kind of a commitment, a level of commitment in your job, um, in order to take care of the biggest and more important asset of any company, which is the clientele. I mean, without customers, you cannot exist. You can have a state-of-the-art shop at the best location with the best technicians. If you don't have customers, it doesn't mean anything. It's meaningless.
correct.
So you have to have some kind of a commitment in order to take care of this asset of your business, the customers. So, it's throughout the years, I came across many personalities from, you know, both sides of the same coin. Or I'm not staying late. I cannot do that. But I don't want to work on a Saturday. My kids this, my soccer game, which is
Right.
understandable. But at the end of the day, when you sign up to work in the automotive, there is certain strings attached to that, and you should make choices accordingly. I mean, that's how I think.
So, you do give concessions then to, some of the of your technicians, like for family events and things like that, or they just have to plan that around.
No,
Um,
no, we do, we
yeah,
do. I mean, somebody comes in and say, "Hey, I got to take my 5-year-old. I would like to take my 5-year-old trick or treating. You think I can get out of here a little early on Halloween?" Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not gonna be, but uh, when you have things like that happening all the time and becomes a pattern, then it may become a problem too.
Right, yeah. How about technicians? That's anytime I get near any auto repair shop owners, the subject of the technician shortage always comes up. Do you have any tips for finding, hiring, and retaining good technicians?
I really don't, because for throughout all my years, I just tried to do the normal or traditional or usual things that any shop does, and
Hmm
I did not have much luck. Um, for the past few months, my one of my sons, my younger son, expressed an interest of joining and giving this family business, a shot. And he has a recruiting background. So with his help, we're taking a different approach into this whole hiring, recruiting um, thing, and I think I see some results. I mean, we start developing contacts, and we have people sending in resumes, and we're interviewing, even if we're not hiring. Uh, we just like to to have a program in place for that. But And I think that's the way that has changed also in the industry, along with the rest of it. The way you find techs and your hire or recruiting has changed. There are a lot of recruiting companies out there now, as you probably know, for the automotive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had the opportunity to work with one last summer, and the results were completely disappointing. I mean, it
Oh,
costed
were
me a
they?
good. Oh yeah, I mean, between signing up for the program and then paying the hiring fees, I probably spent $10,000, and I had 3 people that they came in from that place that they were completely worthless.
Okay. And okay. So I have heard that some it's worked for some companies and others it hasn't. So it did not work for you, huh? So
No,
what I am hearing is a lot of shops are going out to the schools and they're starting from the ground up, finding the kids that are interested and bringing them into the shop, and then finding the ones where you can offer to help them, go from sweeping the floor to changing tires to doing alignments and, the training. Speaking of training, how important do you feel training and ongoing education play in the success of a modern auto repair shop?
oh, extremely important, extremely important, and um, it's something that we love doing. However, it can also, if you don't have the right individual, or if the individual that you want to train does not have the right frame of mind, it'll turn into a complete waste of money. Because you ask one of your technicians and say, "Hey, there is a class tonight for I don't know, hybrid systems or auto anti-lock brakes, whatever the case may be. I will cover the cost. Are you willing to go?" And usually you say, "Yeah, I'll go." But then you send that person there and like 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and they don't really want to be there, and they just yawning the entire time that the class is going on, and there is no real benefit there. But nevertheless, we try to send them as much as we can. There is also opportunities where we can have we try to have one-on-one training here at the shop from through outside trainers that we can bring in and pay them to spend 1-2 hours hands-on with the tech and do the training.
Okay. Um, Finances. No shop's going to make it 26 years without handling finances correctly. Any tips on that?
Uh, I did not reinvent the wheel, but I did get a lot of help from these coaching companies.
Okay.
Uh, Trying to, learning how to properly price your parts, using parts metrics for pricing, and also do some financial planning and try to keep your cost of parts, cost of labor, and overhead within a certain percentage of your overall income in order to end up with a decent net.
Okay. Um, so you've been with more than one coaching company?
Yes, Management Success was the first one that I got to, and I stayed the longest. Then I um, also had I took some seminars with ATI, and I did some coaching with RPM,
Okay.
and recently took some classes with Shop Answers. I don't know if you are aware, if you ever heard of them.
No,
Um, and whenever the opportunity comes and something looks interesting or promising, I take it.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was looking about doing something with Shopfix. Uh, they're out in Franklin, Tennessee.
Hmm.
I don't know if you heard, but recently the founder of that company died in a airplane crash a few days ago.
Yeah, I saw it on social media. It was sent to me. I don't know, was he the pilot or was the other guy that owns the building supplies thing? Was he the pilot? I never could find out who the pilot was. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure, and I did not know the. I never met the gentleman, but uh, I just like I said, I was thinking about getting in touch with them regarding some marketing, uh, getting some coaching in their marketing program, but
Mhm.
I haven't done that yet.
Yeah. So we personally recommend the Cecil Bullard at We Are the Institute for Excellence. Are you familiar with that?
Which one?
We Are the Institute. Let me see if I can give you the correct email address. It's we've spoken to so many of the shop owners that have been with other ones and then went to this one. And they put out a massive amount of information out on the internet to help shop owners. It's wearetheinstitute.com. So just that you have that. So did you raise I'm assuming you raised a family doing all this, Petros?
Yes.
Yeah. Any advice on work-life integration?
What is that?
What is that? All right. Well, that answers that question. Moving on. Yeah. So, yeah, no,
Halfway through middle school,
right.
and this is not something that I'm particularly proud of, but it was what it was. But halfway through middle school, I had gone to a program at the school that one of my sons was participating, and my wife introduced me to another lady that they knew one she knew,
Hmm.
and that lady said that up until that time she was under the impression that my wife was a single mom.
Oh, jeez. All right. So you put a lot of hours in the shop then. Okay. Yeah. Into the business. So now hopefully you're at home more. So some shop owners have told me that their wives dialed them back in when they were going a little bit too much. But it sounds like you burned the candle at both ends and you made it through it. So so I'd imagine your kids are grown now, right?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. Are
they're
any of them thinking I'm taking over the shop or?
well, the younger one, like I said, is with me now.
Oh, he's with you now. Okay.
Yes, he decided to give this a shot. It was a decision that he took about 7 months ago, and he's been here.
Okay.
He's handling a lot of the recruiting. Well, she has a recruiting background,
Oh, he
uh,
does. Okay.
and some of our marketing, and at the same time, he's learning the business as well.
Okay.
Got recently got his state inspection license, so he's getting there.
Yeah, awesome. Well, he's got, a massive opportunity to be able to take over an established business, to have have you as a role model to help him, show how everything runs. That's, it's massive. A lot of shops start as a mechanic, they become a master tech or whatever, then they want to open their own shop, but then they don't get the coaching right away. They don't. So they try to wing it being a technician running a repair shop. So and it can be challenging trying to take care of everything. Um, so any tips on customer relations? To keep and maintain those good customers. I see you got awesome reviews. Um, and a lot of times when I ask this question, I always get the real common sense stuff because you know, but sometimes I hear other tips. Do you have anything special that you do, to make sure that once you get a customer in, that they come back to you?
We'll just simply do the best we can. Um, we don't like making stuff up for the customers. We
Right.
like to present them with a fully inspected vehicle, and from that point, it's up to them as how much they want to do or not want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Things that are one thing that we don't do is when the time for a mistake comes, we just take ownership of that mistake and make it good. Um, we don't make stories up for the customer, and that's basically it. I mean, we would like everybody to, when it comes through the door one time, we want them to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the times they do come back, but regardless, if it's something that we made a mistake about it, we're just gonna take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
I replaced the transmission on a 2017 Tahoe about a year and a half ago. The gentleman chose to buy a rebuilt transmission out of the dealer. It was a $7,000 job. And several months later, he called me from South Carolina, says that something was up with that transmission, and he had to tow it out of the road to the transmission shop. I said, okay, well, let me know what the deal is. You do have a GM transmission. It has a warranty that is good anywhere in the country. So if the transmission has an issue, they'll send another one where you're at. Anyway, it ended up being something that an oversight of my technician, and that caused his torque converter to go out and break his flywheel. The transmission shop wanted $1,800 to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
So customer called me up and says that's where I am. They want $1,800. I said, all right, do you take Zelle? And he paused. He goes, what? I said, do you have Zelle? Can I Zelle you the money? He was just like that. I go, what else? You need to get your car fixed. And he couldn't believe it, that it was just so simple. So yeah, I sent him $1,800. I said, fix your car, and if there is anything else associated with this repairs, any delays, he said, I don't have any other expenses. Likely I have family close by, so I stayed at their house, but thank you.
Oh, awesome.
That's how that's what we.
Yeah. And that philosophy gets out into the public. So that's awesome. That's a great story. So any advice for the repair shop owner that's just getting started? If I came to you and said, "Hey, Petros, I'm starting a shop over in Cleveland, Ohio, this year. What's your one piece of advice you'd give me?"
If you are a technician, lock your toolbox and throw the keys away. And make sure you learn the business. You're not an automotive technician anymore. Now you are in the business of selling automotive services.
Right.
And that's what you need to learn.
That's great advice. That's awesome. Well, I know that you run a busy shop, and I really appreciate your time today to be on Top Shop Podcast. And we'll be sure to send you the link, and so you can put it on your social media that you're on the podcast. I believe you go to Vision. Is that correct?
I did go last year, yeah.
Okay. All right. So if you are at Vision, be sure to stop by the booth. Are you going to go this year?
I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
I think this year is when, in March?
Yeah.
Next month?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you do go, please stop by the booth and say hi, get a picture with you, and I'll be sure to give you a copy of my book.
Sounds good.
That sound good?
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Petros.
For additional automotive resources and exclusive content, follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our episodes. Thanks again for joining us in the driver's seat, and we'll see you next time for another thrilling episode of Top Shop.